Cameroon on a dime? You bet! Let's go! Alright everybody, settle in, get comfy, maybe grab a little snack because you are in for a treat today. Welcome to our ultimate guide to traveling in Cameroon on a budget. Yes, you heard that right. Cameroon! That incredible, vibrant country in Central Africa full of stunning nature, amazing people, and a culture that will just blow you away. And guess what? You don't need to win the lottery to experience it. Not even close. We're talking about real adventure, real experiences, real memories, all while keeping those purse strings nice and, well, not tight, but definitely budget-friendly. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Cameroon? Budget? Ellen, I mean Orly-Vexa, are you sure? And I'm here to tell you absolutely, 100% yes. In this video, we'll show you how to enjoy the best of Kribi beaches and Yaoundé culture for just $50 a night. That's right, $50 for your bed, your food, your fun, the whole shebang. It's all about traveling smart, knowing the right spots, and being open to the incredible hospitality that Cameroon has to offer. We've done the homework, we've pounded the pavement and the sand, so you don't have to. So get ready to take some notes, or just sit back and get inspired, because we're about to dive headfirst into the sights, the sounds, the tastes of Cameroon. We'll show you how to find those hidden gems, eat like a local king or queen, and soak up all that amazing culture without emptying your savings account. This isn't just a trip, it's an adventure that proves incredible travel experiences are for everyone. Are you ready? I can't hear you. Okay, I actually can't hear you. This is a video, but you get the spirit. Let's go explore Cameroon. Krib's sweet dreams on a dime. All right, first things first, when you land in beautiful Kribi, where are you gonna lay your head after a long day of, beaching and exploring? Because sleep is important, people. Even adventurous budget traveling people need their Z's. Now, Kribi is known for its gorgeous coastline, and you might think, oh, beach town, that means expensive hotels. But hold your horses, or your zebus, as they might say. There are some fantastic, affordable options if you know where to look. We're not talking about 5-star resorts with tiny chocolates on your pillow, though wouldn't that be nice sometimes? No, we're talking charming, clean, and most importantly, cheap. Think guest houses, people. Little local gems often run by families where you get a real feel for the place. These aren't always listed on the big flashy websites, oh no. Sometimes it's about asking around. Maybe a friendly local points you in the right direction. We found this one place just a little ways back from the main beach strip, painted bright blue. You couldn't miss it. And the owner, Madame Claudine, she was just the sweetest. For around $15 to $20 a night, you can find a simple, clean room. It might not have air conditioning, but usually there's a fan, and honestly, with the sea breeze, who needs it? And don't overlook the smaller, independent hotels that aren't part of massive chains. These places often have a lot more character, They might have a lovely little courtyard or a balcony where you can sit and watch the world go by. The key is to be a little flexible. Maybe the Wi-Fi isn't lightning fast, or the shower takes a minute to warm up. But hey, you're in Kribi. You're there for the adventure, the experience, not to spend all day scrolling on your phone, right? Right. So embrace the simplicity. It's part of the charm and definitely part of the budget-friendly experience. We also found that some places offer a slightly better rate if you're staying for a few nights. So, if you're planning to really soak up Kribi for 3 or 4 days, it's always worth asking if there's a little discount for a longer stay. Don't be shy. The worst they can say is no, and often, especially in the off-season, they're happy to accommodate. It's all about that friendly negotiation. Done with a smile, of course. Remember, kindness and a good attitude go a long way, everywhere in the world, but especially when you're trying to stretch that $50 a day budget. Another tip for finding these spots is to look a little bit outside the main tourist hot zones. Sometimes, just walking 5 or 10 minutes away from the most popular stretch of beach can make a huge difference in price. You'll find quieter neighborhoods, more local vibes, and often much better deals on accommodation. It's like a little treasure hunt. And the prize is saving money discovering a more authentic side of Kribi. So put on your comfy shoes and do a little exploring when you first arrive. It can really pay off. And safety, of course, is always important. We always recommend choosing places that feel secure. Maybe they have a night guard or good locks on the doors. Read reviews if you can find them online for smaller places, or just use your good judgment. We found the guest houses we stayed in to be very safe and welcoming, with the owners often living on site, which adds an extra layer of security and care. They want you to have a good experience, so they look out for their guests. It's that personal touch that makes all the difference. Think about what you need in a room. Is it a giant TV? Probably not. Is it a minibar stocked with overpriced sodas? Definitely not if you're on our $50 a day plan. What you need is a clean bed, a secure door, and hopefully a friendly face to greet you. Anything else is a bonus. This mindset shift is key to happy budget travel. You're trading luxury amenities for authentic experiences and, well, more money in your pocket for fun things, which we'll get to very soon, I promise. So, when you're planning your Kribi adventure, do a little pre-trip research for guest houses, or be prepared to ask around when you arrive. Look for those signs that say chambre à louer, rooms for rent, or simple auberge. These are often your best bet for sticking to that budget. And remember, Madame Claudine's bright blue house. Places like that are out there, waiting to offer you a comfortable, affordable, and authentically Cameroonian stay. It's all part of the adventure, finding your little home away from home, even if it's just for a few nights. The joy of finding a great little spot for, say, $18 a night is immense. It feels like a victory, you know, like you've cracked the code. And it means more of your daily $50 budget can go towards delicious food and amazing experiences. So embrace the guest house life, the small hotel charm. It's where the real Kribi welcome awaits you, and it's kinder to your wallet. You'll sleep soundly knowing you've got a great deal and are supporting local businesses too. That's a win-win in my book. So to recap for Kribi accommodations, venture a little off the main drag, look for guest houses and small local hotels, don't be afraid to ask for a deal if you're staying longer, and prioritize clean and safe over fancy and frilly. Your wallet and your sense of adventure will thank you. Trust me on this one. Finding that perfect budget-friendly bed is the first step to an amazing Kribi experience. And oh, what an experience it is. Beach bliss without breaking the bank. Okay, so you found your adorable, affordable Kribi crib. Now what? Well, Kribi is famous for its beaches, and the best thing about beaches, they are mostly free. Yes, free, F-R-E-E. You can spend an entire day or many days just enjoying the sun, the sand, and the sea without spending a single franc or very, very little. That's my kind of entertainment, and I bet it's yours too if you're watching a video about $50 a day travel. So, let's talk about how to maximize that beachy fun on a minimal budget. First up, the obvious swimming and sunbathing. Pack your swimsuit, grab a towel, maybe one you brought from home, or a locally bought pagné fabric, which is super versatile. Find a nice spot on that golden sand and just relax. The waves at Kribi are generally quite gentle, especially at the main beaches like Plage de Kribi, making it perfect for a refreshing dip. And the sun? Oh, that African sun feels so good. Just remember your sunscreen, people. That's one thing you don't want to skimp on. Looking like a lobster is not a good look on anyone, trust me. Walking along the beaches is another fantastic and totally free activity. Kribi's coastline stretches for miles, and each part has its own unique charm. You can walk from the bustling areas near the town center, where you'll see fishermen bringing in their catch, all the way to more secluded spots where it feels like you have the whole ocean to yourself. It's great exercise, it's beautiful, and you never know what you might discover. A pretty shell, a cool piece of driftwood, or just a moment of perfect peace. And speaking of fishermen, watching them work is a cultural experience in itself. Early in the morning or late in the afternoon, you'll see them heading out in their colorful pirogues, traditional dugout canoes, or returning with their haul. It's fascinating to see their skill and hard work. If you're respectful and keep your distance unless invited closer, it's a wonderful glimpse into local life. Sometimes you can even buy fish directly from them, super fresh. But we'll talk more about food later. Don't you worry your hungry little hearts. Another thing we loved doing, which cost absolutely nothing, was just people watching. Find a shady spot under a palm tree and observe the world go by. You'll see families playing, kids laughing and splashing in the waves, vendors selling their wares, a polite nod, mercy works if you're not interested. It's a vibrant, lively scene, and it gives you such a great feel for the local rhythm of life. It's like a live-action movie, but better, because you're it, and it's completely free entertainment. Now, if you do want to spend a tiny bit of money, how about a fresh coconut? You'll often see vendors walking along the beach selling them. They'll expertly chop off the top with a machete, pop in a straw, and voila, instant refreshment. It's usually very cheap, incredibly delicious, and super hydrating. Way better than some sugary soda, and it feels so tropical, doesn't it? Drinking coconut water straight from the coconut on a beautiful beach in Cameroon? That's living the dream, my friends, on a budget. For those who like a bit more activity, you'll often find impromptu games of football, soccer for my American friends, happening on the beach, especially in the late afternoon as it cools down. If you're friendly and show some interest, you might even get invited to join in. What a fantastic way to interact with locals and get some exercise. Don't worry if you're not a superstar player, it's all about having fun. And believe me, these guys have some serious skills. It's amazing to watch. One thing to be mindful of is that some stretches of beach might be managed by nearby restaurants or bars, and they might expect you to buy a drink if you use their sun loungers. That's fair enough, but there are always plenty of public areas where you can lay your towel down for free. Or you can treat yourself to one soda or a local beer, enjoy their comfy chair for a bit, and still stay well within your daily budget. It's about making smart choices. And let's not forget the simple joy of building a sandcastle. I don't care how old you are, there's something incredibly therapeutic and fun about it. Or just writing your name in the sand and watching the waves wash it away. These are the simple pleasures, the ones that don't cost a thing but create lovely memories. Kribi's beaches are a giant, beautiful playground, and you just need a little imagination to enjoy them to the fullest. So you see, beach bliss in Kribi doesn't need to come with a hefty price tag. Sun, sand, sea, walks, people watching, maybe a fresh coconut? These are the ingredients for a perfect, budget-friendly beach day. It's about appreciating the natural beauty, engaging with the local scene in a respectful way, and finding joy in the simple things. Kribi's beaches are a gift, and they're waiting for you to enjoy them, responsibly and affordably. Go on, dip your toes in. Alright, all that beachcombing and swimming is bound to work up an appetite, am I right? And let me tell you, eating in Kribi on a budget is not only possible, it is an absolute delight. Forget fancy restaurants with tiny portions and big prices. We are diving into the world of local eateries, street food, and market stalls where you can get incredible, authentic Cameroonian food for just a few dollars. Your taste buds and your wallet will be doing a happy dance, I promise. One of the stars of Kribi cuisine, especially given its coastal location, is fresh fish. And I mean, like it was swimming this morning fresh. You'll find many small local restaurants, often called bukas or just simple roadside spots, that grill fish to perfection. They'll usually serve it with a side of plantains, either fried, boiled, or roasted, all delicious. Or maybe some bâton de manioc, cassava sticks. A whole grilled fish, big enough to share or to satisfy a very hungry traveler, can often be found for just a few thousand CFA francs, which is well within our daily budget. Don't be afraid to explore the side streets and ask locals for recommendations. Sometimes the best food is found in the most unassuming places. Look for where the locals are eating. That's always a good sign. We found this one little place. It didn't even really have a name, just a few plastic tables and chairs under an awning, but the smell of grilled fish was irresistible. And the lady running it, she had a smile that could light up the whole beach. The food was simple, honest, and incredibly tasty. That's the kind of Kribi kitchen we're talking about. Street food is your best friend when traveling on a budget in Cameroon. In Kribi, you'll find vendors selling all sorts of delicious snacks. Beignets, a type of donut, often unsweetened or lightly sweet, are a popular breakfast item, usually costing next to nothing. You might also find grilled corn on the cob, roasted peanuts, or skewers of grilled meat, brochettes. These are perfect for a quick, cheap, and satisfying bite while you're out and about. Always try to buy from vendors who look busy and have a clean setup. And let's talk about fruit. Oh, the fruit in Cameroon is just heavenly. Mangoes, papayas, pineapples, bananas, they are bursting with flavor and so incredibly cheap, especially when they're in season. You can buy them from street vendors or at the local market. Grabbing a couple of mangoes for breakfast or a juicy pineapple for an afternoon snack is a fantastic way to eat healthy, save money, and enjoy the local produce. Way better than a packaged cereal bar, let me tell you. The local markets in Kribi are also a great place to find cheap eats or ingredients if you happen to be staying somewhere with a small kitchen. Even if you're not cooking, just wandering through the market is an experience. You'll see vibrant displays of vegetables, spices, and local products. You might even find women selling ready-made sauces or stews that you can pair with some rice or plantains from another stall. It's a feast for the senses and a great way to see what local people are eating every day. When you're eating at local spots, don't expect a printed menu most of the time. Often, they'll just tell you what's available that day. This is great because it means the food is fresh and seasonal. Be open to trying new things. Ask what they recommend. Point if there's a language barrier. A smile and a willingness to try are universal languages. you might discover your new favorite dish. Maybe it's ndolé, a delicious stew made with bitter leaves and peanuts, often with fish or meat. Or perhaps some poisson braise, grilled fish, with that amazing spicy pepper sauce. Remember to drink bottled water or water that you know has been purified. This is just a general travel tip for many places. Local drinks, however, can be a great find. Try folare, a refreshing hibiscus juice, or Gino, a popular local brand of soda. And if you're a beer drinker, local beers like 33 Export or Castel are widely available and much cheaper than imported brands. Enjoying a cold local beer with your grilled fish as the sun sets over the ocean? That's perfection right there. So, eating in Kribi on a budget is all about embracing the local food scene. Seek out those small eateries, try the street food, visit the markets, and be adventurous with your choices. You can easily eat 3 delicious and filling meals a day for under $15 to $20, leaving plenty in your $50 daily budget for other things. It's not just about saving money, it's about experiencing the authentic flavors of Cameroon, connecting with local cooks, and enjoying food made with love. Seriously, the food in Kribi was a highlight. It's fresh, it's flavorful, and it's incredibly affordable. You don't need to go to fancy tourist traps to eat well. In fact, I'd say you eat at the local spots. So get out there, follow your nose, and prepare to be amazed by the delicious deals Kribi's kitchens have to offer. Your stomach will thank you, and so will your travel fund. Bon appétit, or as they might say, miam miam. Alright, now let's shift gears and head inland to Cameroon's capital city, Yaoundé. If Kribi was all about beachy relaxation, Yaoundé is about vibrant city life, rolling hills, it's built on 7 hills, you know, and a whole lot of culture. And guess what? You can soak up a ton of that Yaoundé vibe without your wallet even whimpering. We're talking about cultural experiences that are rich, engaging, and often wonderfully free or very, very cheap. So let's explore the heart of Cameroon. One of the best ways to experience any city, and Yaoundé is no exception, is simply to walk around. Pick a neighborhood, put on your comfy shoes, and just wander. Yaoundé is a sprawling city, but areas like the city center, Centerville, are quite walkable. You'll see colonial-era architecture rubbing shoulders with modern buildings, bustling streets, and everyday life unfolding before your eyes. It costs nothing but your time and energy, and it's an amazing way to get your bearings and feel the pulse of the city. Now, you absolutely to visit one of Yaoundé's markets. The Marché Central is a classic, a whirlwind of sights, sounds, and smells. But for a truly immersive experience, head to Marché Mokolo. It's one of the largest open-air markets in Central Africa, and it is an experience, let me tell you. You can find everything here, from colorful fabrics and traditional crafts to food, electronics, and household goods. Even if you don't buy anything, just walking through, observing the commerce, and soaking in the atmosphere is a cultural adventure in itself. Be prepared for crowds and a bit of chaos. It's all part of the fun. While entry fees to some museums can be a bit steep for a tight budget, you can often admire impressive buildings and monuments from the outside for free. For example, the Reunification Monument is an iconic Yaoundé landmark. You can walk around it, appreciate its unique architecture and symbolism, and take some great photos. Similarly, the Cathédrale Notre-Dame des Victoires is a significant religious and architectural site. Stepping inside for a quiet moment of observation is usually free, and it's a beautiful, peaceful space. Another fantastic and often free way to experience local culture is to look out for community events or festivals if your timing is right. Sometimes there are local music performances, dance groups practicing in public spaces, or neighborhood celebrations. Ask around at your guest house or check local listings if you can find any. These impromptu cultural happenings are often the most memorable because they feel so authentic and spontaneous. You might just stumble upon something amazing. Engaging with local people is, of course, a huge part of any cultural experience. Cameroonians are generally very friendly and welcoming. Learn a few basic French phrases. Bonjour, merci, s'il vous plaît, as French is widely spoken in Yaoundé. A smile and a polite greeting can go a long way. Don't be afraid to ask for directions or recommendations. You'll often find that people are happy to help and share a bit about their city and culture. These little interactions are what make travel so rewarding. If you're interested in art, keep an eye out for small, independent art galleries or artisan workshops. Sometimes you can find these tucked away in different neighborhoods. While buying art might be outside the $50 a day budget, looking is free. And you can often chat with the artists, Learn about their work and inspirations, which is a wonderful cultural exchange. Yaoundé has a thriving art scene, and it's worth seeking out these creative pockets. For a bit of green space and people watching, head to a public park or square. Places like the Parc de l'Indépendance can be a nice spot to relax for a bit and see how locals spend their leisure time. You might see families enjoying a picnic, students studying, or friends just chatting. It's a slice of everyday Yaoundé life, and it costs nothing to be a part of it, observing from a park bench. It's these quiet moments of observation that often give you a deeper understanding of a place. Consider visiting a university campus, like the University of Yaoundé 1. Campuses are often interesting places to walk around, with unique architecture and a youthful energy. You might find public lectures or events happening, or just enjoy the academic atmosphere. It's another angle from which to view the city and its people, particularly its younger generation, who are shaping the future of Cameroon. Just be respectful of the fact that it's a place of learning. So, exploring Yaoundé's culture doesn't mean you have to spend a fortune on guided tours or expensive attractions. It's about being curious, observant, and open to engaging with the city on its own terms. Walk its streets, immerse yourself in its markets, admire its landmarks, and connect with its people. These are the experiences that will give you a true taste of Yaoundé's vibrant spirit, all while keeping that budget happy. The city has so many stories to tell, and many of them are free for the listening. All right, we've talked about amazing beaches, vibrant city culture, delicious food, and comfy, cheap beds. But how do you make that $50 a day stretch across all of Cameroon? It's time for some general money-saving travel tips that will help you explore this incredible country without feeling like you're constantly counting every single franc. These are the little tricks of the trade, the savvy traveler secrets that make all the difference. And trust me, your wallet will be sending you thank you notes. First up, transportation. This can be a big budget eater if you're not careful. Forget expensive private taxis for long distances. Embrace local transport. In cities like Yaoundé and Douala, shared taxis are common and very cheap. You just tell the driver where you're going and they'll pick up other passengers along the route. For travel between cities, look for bus companies or agences de voyage, travel agency buses. They are much more affordable than hiring a private car. It might take a bit longer and it'll certainly be an adventure, but it's the way most locals travel and it saves a ton of money. Next, bargaining. Now, this is a delicate art, and it's important to do it respectfully and with a smile. In markets and with some service providers, like for a taxi ride that doesn't have a fixed meter, though always try to agree on a price beforehand. Prices are often negotiable. Don't be aggressive, but don't be afraid to offer a slightly lower price if you feel the initial quote is too high, especially if you're buying multiple items. Knowing a little bit about the fair local price helps, so maybe discreetly observe what others are paying if you can. Eat local, eat local, eat local. I cannot stress this enough. We talked about it for Kribi, but it applies everywhere in Cameroon. Street food, small bukas, market stalls. This is where you'll find the best value and often the most authentic food. Avoid restaurants that are clearly targeting tourists with inflated prices and westernized menus. Eating local not only saves you a huge chunk of your daily budget, but also supports local businesses and gives you a real taste of the country. Plus, it's way more fun. Water. Staying hydrated is crucial, especially in a tropical climate. But buying endless plastic bottles of water can add up and isn't great for the environment. Consider investing in a water bottle with a built-in filter before you go. Or, buy larger 5-liter or 10-liter jugs of water from supermarkets and refill your smaller bottle from that. It's often much more economical than buying small individual bottles all the time. Some guest houses might also provide filtered water. SIM cards and data. If you want to stay connected, getting a local SIM card is usually much cheaper than using international roaming. Companies like MTN or Orange are widely available. You can buy a SIM card for a few dollars and then top it up with data bundles as needed. This is great for using maps, looking up information, or staying in touch. Just make sure your phone is unlocked before you travel. It's a small upfront cost that can save you a lot in the long run. Be smart about tourist attractions. While some are definitely worth the entrance fee, others might be skippable if you're on a very tight budget. Do your research beforehand. Are there free alternatives? Can you get a good view from the outside? Sometimes, the best experiences are the ones that don't have an admission ticket at all, like hiking in a beautiful natural area, where it's safe and permitted, of course, or simply exploring a new neighborhood. Prioritize what's most important to you. Travel during the shoulder season or off-season if you can. Prices for accommodation and sometimes even transport can be lower when it's not peak tourist time. Plus, you'll often encounter fewer crowds, which can make for a more relaxed and enjoyable experience. Just be aware of the weather patterns. The rainy season might mean cheaper prices, but also, well, more rain. So weigh the pros and cons based on what you want to do. Learn a few basic phrases in French, the most common official language along with English, which is more prevalent in some regions. Even just bonjour, hello, merci, thank you, combien ça coûte, how much does it cost, and c'est trop cher, it's too expensive, use this one sparingly and politely, can be incredibly helpful. It shows respect, can facilitate smoother interactions, and sometimes even lead to better prices because people appreciate the effort. Pack light, but smart. Avoid excess baggage fees on any internal flights or even on buses where they might charge for bulky luggage. Bring versatile clothing that can be layered and washed easily. A quick-drying travel towel, a universal sink plug, you'd be surprised how often that comes in handy, and a good power bank for your electronics are also smart additions. The less you have to buy on the road because you forgot something essential, the better for your budget. And finally, be flexible and resourceful. Things don't always go according to plan when you're traveling, especially on a budget. A bus might be late, your first choice guest house might be full. The key is to stay positive, be adaptable, and look for solutions. Sometimes these unexpected changes lead to even better discoveries. That's the beauty of adventurous budget travel. It teaches you to think on your feet and embrace the journey, hiccups and all. These tips will help you make that $50 a day go a very long way in amazing Cameroon. And just like that, our budget adventure through Kribi's beautiful beaches and Yaoundé's vibrant culture comes to a close, for this video anyway. I hope we've shown you that exploring the wonders of Cameroon doesn't require a millionaire's bank account. With a little bit of planning, a spirit of adventure, and these handy tips, that $50 a night dream can absolutely be your reality. From delicious, affordable food to free fun on the sand and captivating cultural experiences, Cameroon is waiting to surprise and delight you without breaking the bank. Remember, travel is about connection. Connecting with new places, new people, new cultures, and even a new side of yourself. And doing it on a budget, well, that just adds an extra layer of satisfaction, doesn't it? It makes you more resourceful, more open, and often leads to more authentic experiences. So take these ideas, make them your own, and start planning that incredible Cameroonian journey. You've got this. The memories you'll make will be priceless, far exceeding any dollar amount. Thanks for watching. We had so much fun sharing this with you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more budget travel guides from all of us here. We've got so many more adventures to share. Drop a comment below if you've been to Cameroon, or if you have any other budget travel tips. We love hearing from you. Until next time, be kind to yourselves and to others. Happy travels!